What do world-class leadership development programs have in common? You see, I'm sitting in this meeting at world headquarters for Ford Motor Company. And we're actually only a short walk from an office that's roped off that was Henry Ford's office. And Henry's great-grandson's in the meeting, Bill Ford. And the conversation is essentially, how do we do a world-class job at developing leaders? And because I had gone through GE's leadership program when it was considered best in the world, I'm a big part of this conversation. And I said, look, if you step back and look, there's world-class, and then there's okay, there's mediocre. And even within the world-class, even within GE when it was the best in the world, there's pockets of world-class, and then there's okay. The processes of those between those two, night and day. The results, night and day. See, there's three things that world-class leadership development programs have to do. If you step back and look at them and analyze them and try to say, like, what are the difference makers? There's three things, and that's why I have this baseball and bat in my hand. I played college baseball and then had the chance to coach baseball in Europe. And a great pitching coach, I had a great pitching coach when I was a freshman in college. And he pulled me aside one day and he helped me see three things. And this is where a world-class leadership development program has to help the people in the program see three things. A lot of good programs help you see one of the three, maybe two of the three. But almost every time, you'll see that the okay programs don't help you see all three of the three. This coach pulled me aside. He said, Fanning, you've got a good curveball once in a while. He said, you've got a good curveball once in a while. And I said, well, thanks. I appreciate that. He said, actually, no, honestly, it's great once in a while. Actually, quite rarely, but it's incredible rare on a few occasions now and then. And I looked at him, and he was helping me see two things, two of the three right there. They help you see what is and what could be. What is and what could be. What is and what could be. A lot of okay leadership development programs help you see what could be. A lot of them spend a lot of time helping you see what could be, which is powerful, useful, helpful, can change your leadership. If you study a great leader, you say, wow, that could be, right? They'll do case studies. They might give you a model and you see, wow, what could be? They give you examples of cultures, of companies, you name it, of change. And you say, wow, that's what could be, right? And this coach was showing me what is and what could be. He said, you've got an amazing curveball once in a long while. So in one little phrase, he was saying, it could be great all the time, and it's not. He was saying both of those things. Both of those things. And then the third component is this. They help you see what's next. What is, what could be, and what's next. And this is where almost all leadership development programs that are okay fall down. And they don't fall down in a small way. They fall down in a big way. I talk to people who are involved in leadership stuff all over the world. And I ask them about some of the game changers, and they'll tell me, I'm reading this book. And I'll say, well, what's the one thing from that book that you're weaving into your life? And so often I get this blank stare. This coach, this pitching coach, when I was 18 years old, he said, show me how you hold the ball when you're throwing your curve. And I showed him sort of, and he said, all right, get in your pitching stance and get ready to throw your curve, and then pause. And I would pause. And he'd say, do it again, do it again, do it again, do it again. And he said, look, your hand is sometimes here and sometimes there and sometimes there and sometimes there. Inconsistent location of your fingers will lead to inconsistent curveball. And he said, I want you to have it exactly here every single time. What is, what could be, what's next for you, for the individual leader, or for the individual culture, or for the individual team, or for the family, for the unit? What is, what could be, what's next? And he helped show me what's next in my journey. All three. And step back and think about your most effective leadership progress, the game changers you've had in leadership. And you'll see that those three pieces were there. What is, what could be, right? What is, what could be. And what's next for you right now? Keep leading, keep serving.